I get so sick of y'all dumb self-haters talking about some Africans. We not Africans. They sold us into slavery. We don't like them. We not. Well, which one is it? Are you related to the Africans or not? Because now you talk about us and what happened to us by the hands of them. So they did sell us into slavery, right? So we do come from the enslaved Africans, right? Okay. So which one is it? You can't have it both ways. And have the Europeans not brought they white tea ass over there? You know what I mean? They had no business being over there. So you're going to excuse the white colonizer. But you got so much smoke for your African cousin. And while you over there trying to act like you sticking up for the fact that, oh, they sold they sold us into slavery. Who are the victims? Other Africans who were brought over, who, yes, were sold into slavery, and they came over here. So you're going to forsake your African ancestors because you mad at the other African ancestors. Is that what I'm hearing? All right. You're going to turn your back on your ancestors who were brought over here, who were victims, who did rebel, who did fight back so that you can be here. You're going to turn your back on them because you mad at because you mad at some Africans in Africa. Some African ancestors back in the day. You mad at them. So you're going to turn your back on your people. Okay, yes, there were Africans who participated in the tragic, in the shameful act of chattel slavery by selling their rival tribes into it, capturing them, doing whatever they do, making trades with Europeans. That doesn't excuse the Europeans, and that doesn't give you a right to now hate your African cousins, because there were also Africans who were victims and decided to fight, decided to unite. Because make no mistake, had they not decided to unite, we would not be here right now. It was unity that brought us through. Not your silly ass division. It was unity that brought us through. So you have the audacity to sit up there they sold us into slavery. They like that. You ain't doing nothing but bumping gums and causing more division. You would rather cause more division versus going after the colonizer that shouldn't have had their ass up in Africa in the first place, trading nothing or nobody. Shouldn't have been there in the first place. You can't bring them to account. Okay? You can't acknowledge that there are places in Africa who have invited us, their cousins, and said, come on back home. Come on back home. And then y'all want to say, oh yeah, they just want somebody to help them build Africa. We gonna build it all up. We gonna build up America. Since y'all claim y'all love America so much, but y'all don't do shit to build it up. We Pan-Africans and pro-black people and those alike, we're gonna build up America, and we gonna build up Africa. And we have been doing it. And the strength is in the numbers. The reason why we are not as far as we should be and could be is because of people like you who like to divide. Those people who say, oh, I'm not African, but they really of African descent, and they act like they don't know the difference between African and African descent. Those are the ones. The reasons why we are not farther in the revolution. Because they too weak. They some Uncle Toms. They some raccoons. They would rather go against their own. Even go against their own that ain't down with that. When we tell them we ain't down with dividing from our African cousins, you know what they tell us? They threaten our lives. They tell us, F you. They put us down. They put down our works. They tell us to go back to Africa. They turn into the colonizer. They don't have smoke for the colonizer, nor do they want to be different than the colonizer. They want to be just like the colonizer. And the colonizer is sitting back laughing, yeah, go get them Africans, you black motherfuckers. Go get them Africans. That's what they saying. Y'all fight each other. Because we went all up and through there and helped cause the division. And now we sitting back laughing. Because we got an army, a new FBA army, a new pretendian army, a new self-hating army that's going to go up against their own, including their African cousins. And they ain't going to do shit to fix America, and damn sure ain't going to do shit to fix Africa. They just going to bump their gums and talk about Pan-Africanism is dead, and compare themselves to organizations, groups, and people who have done more than they ever could do. Catch up, mother uckers, and stop being so dumb.